Hey, it's Celt. Let's talk about cryptocurrency, Ukraine, and a new conspiracy theory.
The war in Ukraine, for example. We've sent them $52 billion of our tax dollars. And it hasn't gone to anything that has to do with Ukraine.
Yeah, I totally heard about that. Them like sneaking it into bills and stuff.
Goes to that FTX and it gets put in the corrupt people's pockets. That's literally how it works.
I could believe that.
I mean, how couldn't you? I mean, look at everything. It's all play. COVID, Ukraine. They blame it on something else and then they end up making a bunch of money out of it.
So in case you had trouble following along, the gist of that conspiracy theory is supposedly the United States government has sent over $50 billion to Ukraine, all of which has been converted into cryptocurrency and supposedly laundered back to the DNC. This was supposedly all done with the help of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. If you've heard of that crypto exchange, that's because recently its former CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, was arrested for running an $8 billion fraud through it. Last I checked, he was arrested and currently waiting extradition for the United States, extradition that he agreed to. But as always, there's a ton of issues with this conspiracy theory. The biggest issue is it's just a complete fabrication, all the way down to the amount of money that supposedly was sent to Ukraine. This is the one part of the conspiracy theory that's actually in the conspiracy theory's favor because they actually put the number lower that we supposedly sent to Ukraine than what we actually did. So far, there's been 3 spending packages in which we have sent money to Ukraine, currently totaling $68 billion. And currently there's another proposed aid package for $37 billion, which brings the total proposed amount to Ukraine aid to being $105.5 billion. So while the conspiracy theory does put the amount of aid lower than the actual amount that has been sent and what is being proposed to be sent, this affects their second point of the conspiracy theory, that supposedly this money was hidden within bills. The fact that we know the amount of aid that was actually sent to Ukraine along with the proposed amount shows that it wasn't hidden in bills. We can easily look this up. It's literally on paper and voted on by Congress that they're going to send this aid to Ukraine. And none of this money was in cryptocurrency. This is all a fiat transfer of money from the United States government to the Ukrainian government. So where does the cryptocurrency part come from? Well, all conspiracy theories need to take a little element of truth and twist it to fit their propaganda and their agenda. And the part that they twisted is Ukraine did do fundraising in crypto, but through nonprofit organizations such as Aid for Ukraine, which so far has raised $60 million in crypto donations to assist the Ukrainian people. 60 million is a far cry from over 50 billion that's claimed in the conspiracy theory. But none of that $60 million in cryptocurrency was sent directly to the Ukrainian government. In fact, the Ministry of Defense for the Ukrainian government straight out stated that they would not be accepting cryptocurrency or things like PayPal, fiat transfers only. But since we are dealing with crypto, we need a way to make crypto usable to help the Ukrainian people. And this is where the conspiracy theory throws in FTX and supposed money laundering. FTX was involved in the Ukrainian fundraising process, but not as a way of converting fiat to crypto. It actually converted crypto to fiat so that it could be used by the Ukrainian government to help the Ukrainian people. At no point did the Ukrainian government transfer fiat to FTX. They transferred crypto and received fiat. You can't money launder fiat money into crypto if you're not converting fiat money into crypto. Converting crypto to fiat doesn't work for the way of sending crypto to the DNC. But this loose connection of Ukraine to FTX, along with Bankman-Fried's criminal activity, does make for an easy conspiracy theory for them to create. Another thing that they use for an easy, flimsy connection is when you try to challenge the fact that Ukraine didn't send fiat to FTX, they sent crypto to convert to fiat, is they talk about the fact that Bankman-Fried has donated to Democratic PACs. Like the fact that he donated $27 million to the Protect Our Future PAC, which is associated with the Democratic Party. But they don't like to point out to the fact that he also donated to the Alabama Conservatives Fund. Because when it comes to politics, most wealthy people like to play all sides of the field. So as per normal, this conspiracy theory is just a string of loose connections with no actual sources to back them up. And when you take a moment to just stop, look at it, think critically, and weigh the evidence, you see just how quickly it all falls apart.